Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The English Village. In this video, we will discuss about the future time reference. Now what do we mean by this? I will discuss that later, but before I would like to ask the question, do we have future tense in English grammar? This is the biggest misconception. People believe we do have future tense similarly like the present tense, the past tense. But let me tell you, we do not have any future tense in English. This is the biggest misconception. Now, why we do not have future tense? So what do we use to refer to the future time? The reason why we don't have future tense is because future is uncertain. We know about the past. We know about the present, but we do not know about the future. Past is 100% sure. The present is 100% sure, but we can never be 100% sure about the future. That's why there are so many different structures, so many different ways and tenses to talk about the future. It all depends on how certain the future is. It depends on the person, how much surety he or she wants to convey in her tenses. So that's why we do not have future tense. Rather, we have several ways and structures to use or refer about the future time. What are those different structures? Will, be going to, present tenses, present continuous tenses. So these are the four different structures and tenses we use to talk about the future. And we are going to discuss about these different structures one by one. Let's discuss how do we use will to refer to the future time and when do we use will. Will is used when we make predictions about the future. One important point to be noticed is that there is no present base, no present situation on what we make predictions. It is just like expressing your perspective, your mind. So we have no planned decision. We have no base, no present situation. Let's have a look at some examples. It will rain tomorrow. It's just like said or expressing our mind. There is no present situation such as dark clouds in the sky could serve as a present base, but there is no present base. That's why we have used will to make predictions about the future. They won't win the match. It is just said without any present situation or a base. If we already know the scores and the performance of the teams, then those could be served as the base, as the present situation. In that case, we cannot use will. But if we have no present situation, we use will to make predictions about the future. Third sentence, who do you think will get the job? If I answer, my friend will get the job is like I'm expressing my perspective, my opinion. There is nothing present situation which could serve as a present base or a proof to make prediction. Now, we also use will when we have to make spontaneous decisions. That means when we decide at the time of speaking, on the spot. If somebody asks us a question and we decide at the time of speaking. There is no planned decision, no prior decision in that case. So will is used for spontaneous decision, no prior plan or decision. Let's have a look at some sentences. I will take or I will have coffee. So this is spontaneous decision if somebody is asking you, what will you take? What will you have? Second sentence, I will see what I can do to help you. Third sentence, I will get this movie tonight. So here in all these sentences, we haven't made any prior decision. All these are the expressions on the spot. There are some exceptions where we use will. We use will in case of exceptions when we are using be form of verb. Be form of verb means first form of verb, as everybody knows. So we use will be. Let's have a look at some sentences. I will be in London tomorrow. So the sentence is referring to the future time and we are using be. When the main verb is missing, we use be form of verb, and be form of verb is served as first form of verb. There will be 50 people at the party. The meeting will be at 9:30 a.m. So all these are future time. So we are using will be. In order to refer to the future time, we also use be going to plus base verb. Base verb means first form of verb. Now let's discuss when and how do we use be going to plus first form to refer to the future time. When we make predictions based on the present situation. When we have planned decisions. When we have intentions. Intentions means you have already planned. You have already decided about that. So these are the cases we use be going to plus first form to refer to the future time. First is prediction. But remember, we have to have present situation or a base on what we make predictions. Expressing about the future based on the present situation. Second, we also use be going to plus first form to refer to the future time when we are expressing our intentions. Our intentions means we have already decided about that. We have already planned about it. Let's have a look at some sentences. I have won a lottery. I am going to buy a new house. Now, the first sentence is a base. The first sentence is a present situation on what I have decided something that I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a new house because I have already decided based on my winning a lottery. Second sentence, I am not going to see my mother tomorrow. So that means I have already decided not to see my mother tomorrow. So I will not say this sentence in will because I have already planned that. This is what my intention is. So I have to use be going to plus first form. Third sentence, when are you going to go on vacations? So this could also be used in negative, positive, and questions. Now in this sentence, we are asking about the intentions to go on vacations, about the decision. Fourth sentence is referring to the prediction. Look at the dark clouds. It is going to rain. Now here, the first sentence is a base, is a present situation. And you can see the dark clouds. And everybody knows that is a symbol. So based on that present situation or present base, we have made prediction about the future using be going to. We are not using will in this case because we have present situation. Let's discuss how we use present continuous to refer to the future time. We use present continuous tense when we have already made arrangements for arranged tasks, arranged actions. When the plan is already existed. Arranged actions when we are expressing about the future based on the present arrangements made. Let's have a look at some sentences. I have booked my tickets. I am going on vacations in June. That is showing the first sentence is my arrangement that I have made by booking my tickets. That's why I'm using present continuous tense in the second sentence to refer to the future time, that means in June. Present continuous tenses is are plus first form plus ing. Let's have a look at the second sentence. I am seeing my mother tomorrow. I haven't given a situation, arranged action here. You don't have to give arranged action. You don't have to show every single time. If I'm saying something about the future and I'm using present continuous tense, that means I have already made arrangements. You don't have to say that sentence first in order to prove. I am seeing my mother tomorrow itself is clear that it is referring to the future time tomorrow and the person has already made arrangement. Third sentence, we are taking our exam this year. So this year is coming time, future time. Are taking is a present continuous tense. So we have already arranged that. We have already prepared about that. That's why we are using present continuous to refer to the future time instead of using will. Let's discuss how do we use present simple tense to refer to the future time. We use present simple when we talk about timetable. When we talk about the schedule, the timetable. These are some of the verbs where we use present simple to refer to the future time. Let's have a look at some sentences. The train leaves the station at 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock is the future time and we are using present simple instead of using will. The train leaves the station instead of saying the train will leave the station. Second sentence, the school opens on Monday at 8 o'clock. So here we are using open verb present simple instead of saying the school will open, because it is telling us the timetable of the school, the schedule. Third sentence, tomorrow is Sunday. We are using be form of verb here. So we are using ismr in present simple. That's all about future time reference. So we have learned how we use present simple, present continuous, and be going to and will for future time reference. There are different ways to use all these different structures. So learn those structures, learn those methods, how to use them. And I hope you try all these different structures in your daily conversation. That's all about the future time reference. And do remember, there is no future tense. We have different ways to express about the future time, to refer to the future time. Do remember all these things, and I'll be back with more interesting concepts. Till then, have a good one. Take care.